You know, we've never really done a story on black mob violence in Salt Lake City. For two reasons. One, it doesn't really happen that much there. And two, when it does happen, every time I try to kind of really break it down as to who is doing what, I just don't have good enough sources there to figure out if it was just regular old mob violence, which it rarely is, or if it's black mob violence. A lot of stuff going on up there in the schools that I tried to get to the bottom of, but did not. That all changes today.
We continue to follow breaking news tonight out of Salt Lake City in the area of 300 South in Rio Grande, where police say earlier tonight they confronted a man and shot him. Robert Boyd is down there live for us tonight. Robert, what have you found out since we last checked in with you?
Well, Matt, I just spoke with police about a half an hour ago. We gave that press conference live at 9:30, and the police officer did confirm that, yes, a man was shot and taken to the hospital tonight, his condition unknown at this time. However, police were unable to tell us exactly how this transpired, how this man was shot, and they also couldn't confirm who shot him. They could not say officially the police officers actually shot this man. However, after speaking to a lot of witnesses around here, they have much more details to add to this. We spoke to a number of witnesses who said there was a 17-year-old black man fighting with a white man in his 40s. The 17-year-old apparently picked up a broomstick. That's when police intervened, and according to witnesses, once again, this is according to witnesses, they say police shot this black teenager 4 times. He was taken to the hospital. Once again, his condition unknown at this time, and we spoke to one of these witnesses who says she saw the whole thing.
The police said drop it once, then they shot him 4 times. We were trying to break it up before the police even came, but the police ran on foot and pulled their guns out already. They already had their, like, as soon as he was running, he was already grabbing for his gun. Like, not even trying to tase him or anything, not the baton, or anything like that. He said drop it, boom, boom, like 4 times.
Now, after this shooting took place, things got even more scarier for a lot of witnesses around here, because they say that's when police brought in backup and actually began tasering them, using pepper spray and actually pulling out their guns and pointing their guns at them. Now, according to this is the witnesses. Now, police couldn't verify if that is what happened, but they did say things got very heated between the public down by the homeless shelter and police officers. We'll have much more as we get more details. We'll put them on our website, and of course, we'll have all this new information tomorrow morning. Live in downtown Salt Lake, Robert Boyd, Fox 13.
So piecing together the various news accounts, we get a black person is fighting with a white person in downtown near the homeless shelter. Cops roll in. Black person picks up a broomstick, advances on the cops. He is shot. All of a sudden, there's a huge crowd of black people around. They're throwing stuff at cops. They're threatening cops. They're even shouting. They're even chanting, "Fuck the police." They're spitting at cops. Over 100 cops responded. Did I mention they were throwing rocks at cops in Salt Lake City? Black people. Lots of tasering going on. Lots of people complaining about the cops coming in and tasering people for no reason whatsoever, because all the spitting, rock throwing, threatening, and cursing was all justified. This is Colin Flaherty. I'm the author of Don't Make the Black Kids Angry. Here we talk about black mob violence, black on white crime, all without racism, without rancor, without apology. Let me send you on your way with one question. This is happening in Salt Lake City. What do you suppose is happening in the rest of the country? You know, we've never really done a story on black mob violence in Salt Lake City. For two reasons. One, it doesn't really happen that much there. And two, when it does happen, every time I try to kind of really break it down as to who is doing what, I just don't have good enough sources there to figure out if it was just regular old mob violence, which it rarely is, or if it's black mob violence. A lot of stuff going on up there in the schools that I tried to get to the bottom of, but did not. That all changes